All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. Happy Sunday to everybody, man. Listen, we got a long lost guest. He's not even a long lost guest, man. This is my guy, man. It's good to see him back, man. B Shaw in the house, man. B Shaw, what's the word?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm just really excited to be back. I missed you, Jay. I missed the show. I missed all the people, all the viewers. So I'm really excited to be back, man. And it's good to see your face and biceps looking good as always, Jay.
No, man. Hey, man. I'm trying to catch up to you, man. You doing some things right now. Can you give everybody an update real quick
Yeah,
on what you've been doing?
exactly. Yeah. So I was playing lacrosse. That came to an end. I decided to hang up the athletic career and kind of move on to starting a real life, I guess you could call it, or whatever.
Yeah.
So since then, I actually just created an app, just got in the App Store last week. It's called Patron Sports.
Oh wow. I wish I would have had that.
Yeah.
If you could text it. Well, you
Yeah,
can't do that. You're on your phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
just Patron Sports, and it's an app made for sports fans. Really, it's like a journal. You go to a game. Let's say you go to a USC game, Jay. You take a couple pictures. You rate your experience. There's a couple categories. You can just rate the overall experience, and this kind of gets saved to a journal like thing and gets posted to a social media feed. So it's really simple, and I think fans will really like it. So Patron Sports, and I'll have some gifts because there's like a leaderboard and stuff. So still,
Well, we want to promote that. Make sure we promote that on here every time. So
Yeah.
we want that to get rolling, man. So I definitely appreciate that, man. Yeah, we just wanted to give everybody an update because you've been doing some things, man. But look, here it is right here though. We got about 55 days, man. I mean, like, I'm so excited. I'm excited. I'm anticipating. I mean, because there's so many things, so many changes. New coaching staff, all these different things, man. Since we last, I don't know. I don't think we talked about that, Gary Patterson and all that, since you've been gone. So we got a little bit of catching up to do. But how you feeling right now, though? 55 days to kickoff.
I tell you what, I always remember as a player, we go home for 4th of July break. Usually, sometimes it landed on a weekday, but usually you get, like that Friday off and you get that Monday off. So you get out of town, you go home. And I just remember that feeling of when I was coming back on the flight to LA, coming back to SC. You get that anxiety going, not the bad anxiety, the excitement, the anxiousness going, because when you come back, it's not technically camp yet, but it's shifted from workouts, off season to now it's go time. The mentality really changes as soon as you get back. It's about ball now. It's ball time. So it's a very exciting time, and it's right around the corner, literally right around the corner.
Yeah. Oh, let me say this real quick. No doubt. And you really took the words out of my mouth. But you guys know that B. Shaw was with me during the season, man. We previewed the game, and I think we reviewed and previewed. But anyway, he will be back this season, man. So looking very forward to that, man. And so you took the words out of my mouth. How is it? What's the feeling right now? And like this time of year, you talk about coming out to the fourth. What type of preparation? We know the PRP stuff is going on. Like, can you give us a little detail as how all that works and like what takes place? Because it's a couple guys that you play with that's still there right now.
Oh, no, 100%. Yeah, I know a lot of guys that are still there. And like I said, it goes from kind of, the extra work where it would have been, extra reps in the weight room, extra, conditioning reps. Those extra reps now are about ball. So getting together with your guys, getting on the field, going through the playbooks, doing position drills. I mean, so in terms of, unofficial meetings with your position groups as players, in terms of on the field stuff with your position groups, that stuff ramps up all the way through
Big
the
time.
wall.
Who usually takes the league and stuff like this?
It's the older guys. Now I know some of the rules have changes with the coaches, but when I was there, the coaches still couldn't really meet with us too much this time of year. But let's say Coach Riley, he gives Jaden Mayava, he gives him his vision for the meetings. He gives him some papers and stuff. Jaden meets with the other quarterbacks. He runs the meeting. So you pick an old guy in the position group. The coach kind of directs or tells you what he wants the meetings to be about. The next thing you have to have leadership. It comes down to leadership. Leadership at any point of the year, leadership this time of year is probably where you need it the most, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I saw a couple guys that were kind of, it looked like they were doing a little vacation thing. I think I even seen Coach Lincoln Riley on the golf course and, for the fourth and all that. But after the 4th, that's when like the official game face gets on, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, literally, it's almost like PTSD, Jay. I mean, it's like I get the feeling right now, like I have goosebumps thinking about it right now. Like,
Yeah.
you're at home, you're celebrating the 4th of July, you're with your family. But to be honest with you, the whole time you're with your family, this time of year, you're thinking about when I go home, it's no more messing around. It's no more like the season is here. Like it's here. It's when you get back from the 4th. It was like that at Ohio State too. When you get back, the expectation is it's all in, go time for about a 2-3 week stretch. Then you'll get another, some years we had this, some years we didn't. Go home for, another Thursday, long weekend, Thursday to Monday, come back, and now you're in camp. So I don't know how they're going to do it this year, but it doesn't matter because now it's the mentality, the coaches. We always talked about this as players, and Jay, you'll know this.
Yeah.
The coaches, all that friendly, all that relaxed stuff, that's out the window.
It's out the window.
Yeah, these coaches are going to come back a little stressed out, because, I think being a college football coach is one of the, especially with NIL and all that, it's one of the most stressful jobs out there. And
now, it's flipped, completely flipped.
Everything. So that stress kind of comes into those coaches, understandably so. And it's really, you can feel the energy shift drastically. It's exciting. It's nerve wracking. It's time to get ready to go to war for sure.
So, man, I know, you've been still keeping up, even though you've been doing your thing with lacrosse and all that. From what you've gathered and what you see now, new coaching staff and all that, and then we'll get into some other stuff. How are you feeling overall? I had mixed feelings initially, but the more I look at it, I feel extremely good about it. The whole picture. I'm
right there with you. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of the kind of segments and stuff, but kind of just thinking about it really, since we talked about this segment and this episode, when I look at this football team, what I heard for a couple months ago is everybody talking about the young guys, the number 1 recruiting class we just got and all that stuff. But then I started thinking about it, and really, honestly, it is an experienced football team. If you look at both sides of the ball, you got a quarterback who's a 33-year starter. You got running backs who have plenty of experience. Little young at the receiver position, maybe you got Tanook Hines. On the defensive side of the ball, you got Cam Crawford, Jade, Christian Pierce, Jaden Walker, Desmond Stevens. I mean, all those guys have seen plenty of action. This is an experienced football team.
Very experienced.
And then the young guys, from what I've heard from, the coaches, some of the players I've been around, they in terms of maturity level, they're as mature as it gets. There's no BS going on. They're locked in. They're getting up to speed as quickly as possible. So the more people I talk to and the more I think about it, I'm really, really, really excited. And my hopes just keep going up for this team this year.
So I mentioned that you're still not too far out. I mean, literally, I know it's a couple. I know you play with O'Connor, who's on the team right now, and I'm trying to think. You play with Elijah Page. Well, you play with quite a few. You play with all those Desmond. You play, all those guys. You still young, man. Hey, so look, hey,
I'm not there yet, Jay. Don't worry.
You're not there. Hey, I'm not trying to put you in my shoes by any means necessary, but so from some of the guys that you talk to, and I know you talk to some of them without giving any names or without saying anything, how are the guys that you talk to, how are they feeling right now?
They're feeling really good, and I can tell you they're putting in a lot of time into the facility. And I know, talking to a guy like CP, like their motto has been time. You'll see it on their shirts in the weight room.
You talk to CP?
Yeah. Christian Pierce, man, that is a great guy.
I'm expecting some great things out of him, man.
He's a great guy, and but yeah, they're putting time into the facility, putting time into each other, putting time, growing as a team off the field. The effort is there. The time has been there. So that's definitely exciting. And yeah, definitely need to take that jump. That time has to pay off,
No doubt. So moving to number 2 real quick. What does USC have to do to be like a legitimate playoff contender and to have a legit season, man? Like, what do you feel like? We went 9-3 last year. How are you feeling? Like, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, here's I've been thinking about it. Here's what would make me really happy. Nothing worse. Nothing worse than double-digit win season. So 10-2, 11-1, 12-0 would be, obviously best. It's got to be 10-2. And you have to knock off a quote-unquote big dog. Indiana, Ohio State, and Oregon. One of them, you got to win one of those. So 10-2, no worse than 10-2, and you knock off a big dog. That shows you that you have a real deal team, a real deal program, and you're ready to start contending for a national championship. In my eyes.
Yeah.
That's the goal this year, in my opinion, and that's what's going to legitimize them from my standpoint.
So I haven't had a chance to talk with you about the schedule. You talk about knocking off one of these big boys. Do you feel like how are you feeling about the home games? I feel comfortable with the way we played against Michigan, Iowa. What are you feeling about the Ohio State, and what are you feeling about the Oregon? Those are the two. And I'm not going to sleep on Washington either. When you talk about the big boys coming to the Coliseum, how are you feeling about these guys?
Well, it's interesting. Just really quick on Washington, kind of not going to reveal my sources on this one, but if you do enough digging, you'll be able to find out kind of who's giving me this information. But Washington, I found this really interesting. Actually, is they when I was at Ohio State, we based all of our off-season stuff. Like the standard was beating Michigan. Like when I was at Ohio State, the standard was beating Michigan. Well, I found it interesting that Washington, the talk of their town is USC. Like everything's about USC to them, which, maybe people more familiar with the West Coast and the history of the Pac-12 and all that, they might know that. But for me, I'm from the East Coast. Even though I played at USC, I found that a little surprising. So I know I just got off track. But in terms of the schedule, just kind of I think it's good because you start off with kind of, ease into play a little bit. Then you get Rutgers, who is a decent Big Ten team, and then you get some big dogs. So I think Oregon or Ohio State, you got to get one of them. At least
you got to. Yeah, I believe that too.
And when you look at what it's not easy coming to the West Coast from Ohio State.
Right.
That's going to be a very tough game.
It's going to be a tough game.
It's going to be a very tough game. I can easily see USC pulling that game off right there. So I'm excited about it. In the home games in the Coliseum, I mean, we do well.
So what about Oregon, though? Here's what I think about Oregon and the way I looked at it. We put up 27 points, but I felt like we were in the game last year until the special teams blunder. How are you feeling about Oregon? They're going to have some weapons. Dante, some consider him to be the best quarterback in the country right now, and they got some athletes. But how are you feeling about that at home?
Yeah, with the in terms of I feel good, first off. But in terms of special teams, I think you're going to notice a big difference this year. And it's kind of just speaking on my playing experience at USC. One of the things that I thought was interesting is at first each position coach ran a different special team. So, at the time, Coach Odom, the linebackers coach at the time, he was doing kickoff. Then, Coach Hansen, the tight end coach, he was doing, kick return. So, I didn't feel like that was the most effective way to handle it personally.
No, I agree.
But now you got the guy from, I blank on these names all the time.
Mike Eckler.
Yes. From Nebraska. He's going to be running all of it. That brings way more structure with the special teams and all that stuff. And Coach Doherty, he did do a nice job of just kind of how it was set up. I didn't think it was great. But now that it's all set up, I think special teams is going to be a weapon for us this year with Coach Eckler. And you're right. Games like Oregon, games like Ohio State, Washington, when you're at home, that's what it's going to come down to. And I expect us to see a big-time jump and not cost us a game this year,
No, no doubt, no doubt. Shout out to Mom. Hey, Moms, how you doing? Moms always support. Moms always support. Hey, but here's a question. For those who don't know, B. Shaw played 2 years at Ohio State. Then he transferred. So here's the question. I could pretty much answer this question, but B. Shaw, what's the answer to this question?
I'm fighting on all day long. I graduated from USC. I love the USC fans. Of course I have some brothers at Ohio State. I'm having Ohio State, them teammates coming for this game because we're all going to go together and watch it. But make no mistake about it, I'm going for the Trojans all the way, and I'm going
all the way. Hey, that game is going to be so. But Ohio State, man, you played there, so they travel super well, man.
Listen, we can get just real quick early that every time we play on the road at Ohio State, you got to run the ball. This is what they do all week long: run the ball, stop the run, and play with toughness. That's all they're going to say. So that's all they say. Anytime Ohio State's playing on the road, it's going to be at the end of every practice.
And you play with Ryan Day, right? So
yeah, Coach Day.
Yeah.
Each practice when you're during a week or a road game, run the ball, stop the run, play with toughness, and they say just like that. So they make no bones about it. You got to be ready to put your big boy pants on when you're getting ready to play them. And I know we have experience overall, and we'll be ready.
Absolutely. It says great to see B. Shaw. Absolutely. Hey, look, I told you guys that B. Shaw will be back this season, and we're gonna still do a preview and maybe even a review. But hey, listen, this is the most anticipated. Do you think this is the most anticipated season that we've had in a long time? Just given the 2026 class, number 1 class, and do you think some freshmen are gonna crack the code, man, with in the lineup this season?
Yes, I mean, first off, it's a lot of stakes for this season. You can feel it there, rightfully so. The expectations have gone up, the standard has gone up, and that shows a sign of a good program. When you're in the right directions, when the pressure is on, the standard is up. You got to live up to it, and the players know they have to live up to it. Coach Riley, the coaches know this. They have to turn the page and really show that they're legit. And in terms of the young guys, I think the biggest obviously is Bowman at the tight end position. I talked about this in the spring on here. You would have loved to see a guy like Walker stay, but he's gone. That nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Have to step up there. And then kind of on the defense side of the ball, you need depth at the defensive line position. So some of those young guys on the D line, and then Alex Graham, not a freshman obviously, but just taking the next step. Some of the coaches I had, their biggest thing was year 2 guys can't look like year 1 guys. Year 3 guys can't look like year 2 guys. Like, you have to get better every year. And that comes down to players, investing in the development, but also coaching. That's a big sign of coaching is guys getting better every year. So Alex Graham is my key piece of let's see, because he's a very talented kid and can do some really good things.
So you mentioned Alex Graham. You play safety, so do you see the way he comes up and makes hits? Do you see him as a safety or more of a nickel? I know they got him penciled in as a nickel right now, but he looks like his physicality is different.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay at that nickel spot. And another guy who, sorry Jay, I get all over the place.
No, we having a conversation.
But a guy I'm going to really circle is an older guy is Prophet Brown.
Prophet Brown. I knew he was about to say that. When
I played with a ton of DBs. Obviously, I was in college for freaking 6 years, so I was old. Prophet is a very, very solid player.
He is
smooth, very good. Can he stay healthy? Can he tap into that dog side, which I know he has? And when Prophet Brown is on, he is on. So if he shows up, you can put him at the corner, you can put him at nickel, and then maybe that frees up Graham to go back to the safety, kind of have more vision on the quarterback.
Can you put him at safety at all? That was a conversation I was having with some people.
Prophet or Graham?
Prophet.
You could. I mean, Prophet's one of those unicorns who can play.
Yeah.
But personally, I think with Prophet it'd be either corner or nickel, but he definitely can play safety. I mean, he's a very athletic guy, good body type, can move around. It's just kind of they'll play with it and can't. That's what it's about, and they'll find a good lineup.
Yeah. So B. Shaw players to look out for, man. Who are B. Shaw players to look out for? Couple freshmen on offense and a couple freshmen. I know you mentioned Bowman. Who was the B. Shaw players to look out? You mentioned some older players, Prophet Brown, but overall, when I just say some guys that nobody's really talking about.
Man, Jay, I got to get up to par with some of these young dogs, man. I'm not even going to lie to you, but I'm going to double down. I know you're kind of looking for a young, under the radar type of guy here, but it's just, to me, this season, and you look at like an Indiana football team, it comes down to kind of, in my opinion, older guys with experience and making the jump. Line, like all those guys are returning starters.
They are. They are.
And then, if I have to circle one guy, he's not under the radar. Other than Alex Graham, is Jaden Walker. I love Jaden Walker.
I love him. I love him.
The work he's been putting in. Just Jaden Walker, I think And just one of the things that really impressed me with him, and I've said it on here before, is just how he attacks everything. It doesn't matter if it's push-ups in the weight room for a push-up challenge, a walkthrough. I mean, you got to tell him to slow down on walkthroughs. It's just the guy has the makeup. He has the work ethic, and I really think he can be a superstar. I really do like Jaden Walker. He's a big, athletic. So that's another guy. Once his confidence keeps going and going and going, he's going to be coming downhill, lighting some people up for sure. So
he is.
And then just took Tanook Hines taking over for Lemon and Jacoby Lane. So I got to get up to date. I'll get more educated with some of these.
No, you good. I mean, you still know these. I mean, like I said, you play with a lot of these guys. So I know you play with Desmond. I know you play with Jaden Walker. You play with all these guys. So how much? I mean, I listened to Coach Eckler, and Coach Eckler, he kind of talked about this linebacker room is like a lion's den. Now, a lot of people that down on our linebacker room, they don't feel, you listen to the fan base, you hear them, they don't feel like that's the strength of this team. But how much of an impact do you think a guy like Mike Eckler, he coached at USC way back in 2013, how much of an impact do you think a guy like him coming from Nebraska, his enthusiasm, what he's able to bring will add to just sharpening these guys' tools?
I mean, I talked to some of those guys. I was at SC. This is a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, like 2.5 months ago or whatever it may be. I was working out. And I was coming off the field, and I actually ran into some of the linebackers like Roman Marchetti, Desmond, and Jaden. And I was kind of talking to them about it, and they love them. They love them.
That's what I'm hearing.
And I think. Listen, I didn't play for him, so I can say this. I don't think the coaching at the position was as great as it could have been.
Hey, can I say amen? Can I say that? Because I didn't see. I feel you.
So we'll just put it. And I don't think that's maybe the man was just over the hump, but it is what it is. But I know with Coach Eckler, they kind of feel like it's a new energy. He connects with them. It's simple. They understand what's going on, and most importantly, they want to make him proud. That's the sign of a good coach. When you want to make a coach proud, earn his respect. So, and I mean, Desmond Stevens is a. I mean, look what he's doing as a true freshman. You can't tell me that guy can't go play.
Nah, he could go, man.
Exactly.
And you played in that game where he had that interception against Penn State, right?
Against Penn State, Big Ten powerhouse team. I mean, he's shown signs of. I'm telling you, the linebackers. I'm not worried about the linebackers.
Me either. I'm totally not. And we got some freshmen that's going to come in there. So we're going to get ready and try to open up these lines, man. You guys got some questions for B. Shaw. You guys can come in, man. But yeah, a couple more things we wanted to get into before we open up these lines. You guys know we can. I'm gonna take them in order, and so I got to put you on the spot. What's USC's record gonna be?
I'm gonna go with that 10-2. I'm gonna go with that.
You gonna go 10-2? Okay. You know what? Hey, did you see? I don't know if you saw my interview. I had Marcus Allen on here.
No, I didn't see that. I wish I would have. What did he say?
He said, Jay, I gotta go back and play it. But he said, Jay, you know what? No, I can't find that clip. He said, Jay, I feel like we're gonna go 12-0.
I mean, I can see that. Like,
I promise you, he said.
I'm not kidding. When I was really thinking about it, especially the last couple of days since I knew, I was coming on here and didn't want to look like a total idiot on here. So I was like really, really thinking about it. And I'm like, well, wait a second. They have a returning starting offensive line. They have a 3-year starting quarterback. They have King Miller and Wayman Jordan. King Miller's confidence is going to be off the roof coming into this season.
Man.
Hines was the jump from year one to this year. I can't wait to see what that's like. On the defensive side of the ball, Christian Pierce, Jaden Walker, Desmond Stevens, Cam Crawford, Jade, I know the work he puts in. It's just the
Jakeem Stewart.
Yeah, Jakeem Stewart. I mean,
Floyd Boucard. Yeah.
It's a good team. I know Coach Riley. It's been years of, what's this, year 5, year 6, year 4?
It's year 5. Year 5. Going to year 5.
It hasn't been perfect, but I love Coach Riley. It's been trial and error. He's been figuring it out. I'm telling you, he's been figuring it out. there's no reason they can't go 12-0. I mean, there's no reason they can't win every one of those games. But I know that in this, especially today's college football, really in all sports, if you look anywhere, like I've been watching the World Cup and stuff, you got to play it it's just
it's just got to be a game by game basis, man, and just lock in.
Exactly.
And provided we stay healthy. But last year we were hampered by some all kinds of injuries. But I'm gonna get this call log is stacking up. I got 11-1. I think the Indiana game could be tricky. I think the Penn State game could be tricky, just because. And it's not that I feel like Penn State's a better team. It's just that environment. You played at Happy Valley, haven't you?
Yeah, I played at Happy Valley, but I got screwed because it was COVID.
Oh wow! Oh, so it wasn't. So they didn't really. Yeah. Oh wow! Okay. Okay. So man, that environment is crazy. Between that environment and Wisconsin, you played in Wisconsin's environment, right?
Yeah. Those environments can be tough.
I'm telling. And see, I'm not sleeping on Wisconsin either, because they start playing that jump around song and it gets loud.
And they got Fickle, right? That's the coach's name.
Right. He was good at Cincinnati.
He was good at Cincinnati, but he's also on the hot seat.
Yes.
So when it's do or die for a lot, and especially today's day and age, it's always do or die. It feels like now. So I mean, that's why I say every game you're just going to have to go game by game. If you look too far, as the team, like from a team player standpoint, if you look too far, think Big Ten championship, national championship, you're going to slip up. You got to go week by week. Like you said, you really do.
Yep. No, I agree. So I'm going to take some more. Let's see. I got my tickets to Wisconsin. Yeah, that game's going to be kind of crazy. Indiana, too. I think I might go to one of them.
Indiana was good. I played at Indiana. They were good, but they weren't – as a team, they weren't good. So once we were whooping them, and they were out of there by halftime. But at first, that environment was pretty wild.
Absolutely. And we got a bunch of calls. I'm about to take them. B. Shaw, who is your breakout player? I think you mentioned – who'd you mention? Did you mention Prophet Brown?
Yeah, Prophet Brown, older guy, and then Jaden Walker, younger guy.
Okay. All right. First call up. Oka Boom.
Hey, what's poppin', fellas? How you guys doing?
Man, great, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Hey, man, I just can't wait for this season to start. I can't wait for all these pads to get popping, for this new look defense with Gary Patterson leading the way, to really show out and actually put a stamp on this Lincoln Riley tenure. So that's pretty much what I'm waiting for. B. Shaw, what most intrigues you about Gary Patterson leading this new look defense now with this game?
Yeah, I think I really, in terms of scheme and stuff, I really just kind of like to judge the game on leadership, passion, and stuff like that. And I think that's what Gary Patterson brings. I know Gary Patterson's been getting after these guys. I know the environment they've been working out in right now, and that's what you need, because when you get that kind of stress put on you by a coach in the off season and in camp and in practice, it helps when you get in these big time games. You're used to it. And I know Coach Patterson doesn't play around. So the biggest thing I can see from his presence from him would just be his presence alone, and kind of that trickling down from the defense, and really just seeing an attitude shift in the mentality of this USC defense.
Is it more of a general in a sense, as with the leader in that leadership aspect?
Yeah, I mean, he's a general, and he's a great game planner too. I think he's got like 3 top 5 defenses, and his track record was, when I looked it up, I was blown away. So he's going to have some good game plans. He's going to put guys in the right position. A lot of it is putting the guys in the right position. You can have the best scheme in the world, but if you put the wrong players in the wrong spots, it's not going to work. So I think
we saw a lot. Yeah. We saw a lot of that. We saw a lot of that last year.
I think he's a very smart guy. He knows how to put players in positions that suit the players, because it is about them. And then when you're right, he's got that general kind of let's go to war. And I think with Eckler at the linebacker, I think they built kind of a war, like let's go get this thing defense. Defense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I was going to ask that too. Do you perceive that he's obviously going to play to a lot of the players' strengths?
Yeah.
In all 3 phases of the game.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's really what it comes down to. As I said earlier, you can have the best players, but if you got a fish out of water, he's out of water. and you gotta. And Bill Belichick even said this a couple years ago. I'll never forget it. He said, being a great coach is at a certain level. You're always going to have good. USC has good players. It's about finding the right fits for these players, for the team you have, putting them in the right positions. And I really think that's what it's gonna come down to. And I think Coach Patterson has shown he's really good at that.
For sure. Most deaf guys. Well, I don't want to be too long, man. You guys fight on, all right? Fight on.
Hey, I appreciate you. Let's see. Mitchell, how you doing?
Hey, what's popping, guys? Fight on. How we doing? Caught you, Mr. Shaw. I think we're going to lead the nation in sacks. I love all these guys at defensive line. There's so many. I'm repeating myself. I'm like a broken record. You think we can lead the nation in sacks and defense, secondary? Who's going to stand out and take advantage of this? If that quarterback's running, make us look better. Fight on. Stay healthy. Hope you guys had a nice fourth.
Fight on it, absolutely.
Hey, fight on. B. Shaw, you wanna. They hear me every week. Do you wanna answer that?
Yeah. It kind of. Can you? What did he ask again? I'm sorry.
He wanted to know who's the breakout player in the secondary. I think you kind of mentioned, but you could probably say that again. And I think
in terms of sacks, I remember now. Sacks. Weren't we leading the nation in sacks for a good point last year? Weren't we?
At one point we had like 14 or something like that, I think.
I mean, in terms of the defensive line, kind of what he's saying, I agree. I think, Cam Crawford's the guy. He's got to go to that next level. I mean, there's no reason why he can't go to that next level. And Jade and Jakeem Stewart inside, I think, get a lot of sacks from the interior defensive line really helps, getting that pressure right on the quarterback's face. And then back there you got, Urlacher hoping to make the next step, Christian Pierce, and then some of those new guys outside and Marcellus Williams and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think secondary, one of those guys, and then interior pass rush will really help us out.
I did want to ask you about something in secondary. Urlacher and Christian Pierce, do you think that they're two of the same kind? Or what are your thoughts?
I'm a Christian Pierce enthusiast. I mean, I've been around CP. Some of those, some people, when you shake their hand, you're like, this is a strong, it's just, I don't know how to put it. Like CP, CP's not a normal athlete. He's really not. I
wish people could understand that though.
Yeah, he's not a normal, he's got that freaky, unnatural strength to him. Urlacher, hardworking kid, big kid, also strong. I think when CP is on, when CP is confident and CP is flying around, I really think he is a dynamic game wrecker. I think CP can be a game wrecker. So
the reason I ask you that is because some people feel like they're both strong safety type guys opposed to being a free. But the projected starters right now is maybe Christian Pierce, maybe strong, and then maybe Urlacher free. Do you think that could work?
I mean, if you look at the game, I always like to point out with Urlacher is the game against
Iowa.
I mean, he got off to the sideline and broke that one pass. That's about as free safety play as free safety can get. So, I mean, if he does that every game, then the hell yeah.
I mean, he looked like Caleb Bullock coming from the other side over there, man.
I tell you, Bull was a freak too, man. I mean, that guy. Yeah, I'm so happy he's doing well in the NFL. But yeah, if Urlacher can get sideline to sideline, we'd always say, we call it, like blue line to blue line, which is little inside the sideline, is a good player. But a great player, you're in the middle of field safety, sideline to sideline, which is Bullock. Bullock's sideline to sideline.
So you basically gonna dismiss that? I'm gonna dismiss it because I think a lot of people they're projecting the starters to be those two guys, but a lot of people say, oh well they're both strong safety type guys. Well, I feel like if the coaches have them starting there, I think the coaches know better than me or anybody else. You know what I mean? So, like you said, that's as free safety as a spot. I mean, he literally came from all the way across the field. Yeah, if it wasn't for him, he saved that game.
No, 100%. I mean, listen, he showed he could play free safety on one place, and coaches have said this too. Coach Day said it. Coach, sometimes all it takes for a guy is one play, one game. And then you get confidence, and the next thing you know, it's on. So he's shown But the bad thing is, once you show you can do something, you better
want to keep doing it.
Keep doing it, because that's the new standard. So obviously, he's kind of I'm sure he got his speed even more right in the off season. So there we go.
No doubt. Let me take this other call here. Conrad.
Hi.
Man, this is the smartest 11-year-old right here.
Oh man, I love it. Let's go.
How you doing, man?
Good. I have 2 questions.
Okay.
So
What you
my
got?
first question is, what do you think happens to us on the road? Like when we play a road game, it looks like we're a totally different team at home. When we're playing in DeCollier, we're a totally different team. When we played Michigan, we were dominant. And then when we go to South Bend, it looks really not good. So, like, what do you think happens to us on the road?
He's super smart, huh?
I appreciate it. I try to get my nephew. My nephew's 12 years old. I try to get him invested in sports like this, but he's not. So I'm proud of you, man, for being invested in everything. But yeah, to answer your question, I talked about this last year. I felt like maybe, and this is a learning curve type of thing, that maybe Coach Riley put almost too much into, how the narrative of how hard it is to win on the road, preparing for road games, and kind of added maybe some unneeded stress, I guess, to it is. And, sometimes that happens. If you put too much emphasis on one thing, it ends up biting you. But no, just getting adjusted with everything, but it's got to be better. And I think it's been a learning curve, and hopefully this year you see some big time road wins. But great question.
No, to your point, B. Shaw, I do feel like Coach Riley does have to, and I'm the biggest Coach Riley guy out there.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like he has to cross that hump when you talk about winning some of those road. Now we did win a decent game. It was a hostile environment against Nebraska.
Yeah.
It was an ugly game, but we won it. But
Exactly.
I do think we got to come up with one of these, like whether it's Penn State or Indiana, we got to win one of those.
What's crazy with Coach Riley is one of his biggest, and I'm with you. I love Coach Riley. One of his biggest flexes when he came to USC when I first met him, because his road record at Oklahoma was like flawless.
Yeah, he was.
So,
yeah.
He always talked like that. He took so much pride in that. Like he would always talk about it. So it's kind of crazy to see, kind of some of the struggles on the road. But you're absolutely right. I mean, it doesn't matter if in the past he's, overemphasized it. Whatever has been going on, we haven't been executing. So you just got to execute. And like you said, go get one against Indiana, Penn State. That narrative goes out the window real quick.
And I will say, and I know you played in that Michigan game too, where we were at Michigan, right? And
Yep.
I felt like we darn near won that game. You know what I mean? It was just a few minutes left.
Well, so nothing's worse than the Maryland. Out of my whole college career, there's not a worse loss than the Maryland. That one was really, really, really bad, like unacceptably bad.
Right.
And I think there's some things that, just could have been handled way better in some of those situations. And sometimes you got to learn the hard way. Now you've learned the hard way a couple of times. So let's see, we've learned the hard way a couple of times. So hopefully we learned the lesson and we're ready to go when we have, a 10-point lead on the road late in the game, 7 points, whatever it may be. And running the ball helps you do that. Running the ball will help you put the game away. And we've seen that at times this past year too.
No doubt. Conrad, anything else? You had 2 questions, right?
Yeah, so do you think we should be excited about our pass rush? Because in 2025, our pass rush was absolutely dominating against teams like Missouri State. We had those pretty little programs, and they were dominating until we went up against big programs, and we were struggling to stop the run. And then, like, we have that schedule that, like,
Yep.
Fresno State, they're a good team. It's our old linebacker coach. That's their head coach. And I think that the first 3 games our pass rush will be strong, and then when we go up to play those Big Ten teams, it will just like go into shambles.
No. Well,
I
let me
want
say.
to see. Yeah, but I want to see. I want to see our team. I want to see our team go against big competition and get sacks, and then I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay, okay.
Hey, Conrad. Hey, listen.
He's not
You
messing
got
around, Jay.
no, he's not. Conrad, you do have a right to want to see it though, and I totally agree. Now, I will say this to your point. You're right about how we started off in Missouri State and all, but I will say this: we dominate. We played well against Michigan. Got a lot of pressure, and that's a big boy team. And you got to think we played well against Iowa. We saw guys like Anthony Lucas come in there and get some big time sacks, right? And so when they needed to step up against Nebraska, a hostile environment, we did that as well. So we got to give them a little bit of credit for that. But to your point, Conrad, they got to step up, and we got to see it this year. B. Shaw, you about to say something?
Yeah, and to your point, Jay, I agree with exactly what you said, Jay. Like, there was no reason that last year they couldn't dominate every offensive line they played against. Talent, I've been around them. I mean, I've been around that defensive line.
Right.
Like, they are freaks. They're big. They're tall. They got long arms. They're explosive in the weight room. Like, they got good pass rush. They had, one thing that disappointed me, and I would call them out on here with you, is it kind of felt like at times their pad level, they'd be standing straight up.
Right.
It just kind of felt like at times it was more of a, to me at least, I mean, you can disagree, Conrad, but it looked like more of an effort thing at points and times and kind of just biting down on the mouthpiece and saying, I'm going to end this game, a mentality thing than lack of ability. Like my point is the ability is there to dominate these offensive lines. And it just comes down to, let's go dominate them, mentality.
And
no doubt.
another thing I think is that our defensive coordinator D'Anton Lynn and the staff we had couldn't develop, and with the new staff coming in, Gary Patterson proven that he could develop, gained 3 stars, and he had like top 3 defense, I think. And when you look at Gary Patterson's track record, he brought in a lot of 3-star recruits, made them into dominant players. So he will probably develop very well in the scheme that he's running.
I think Conrad, I played for Coach Lynn. I speak very highly of Coach Lynn. I think Coach Lynn is a phenomenal football coach. I think he's a great job. I think he taught me more about the game than anyone taught me in my other 5 years of playing. Like, that's just facts. And I think with Coach Lynn, sometimes it's just the meshing with the whole staff's got to find, a common ground. And sometimes, I think Coach Lynn's going to do very well at Penn State. I really do. But you're right in terms of, developing with Coach Patterson. We look at his track record, and that's kind of what I was bringing on here earlier is I think Coach Patterson does a really good job of getting the guys in positions that suit them to maximize their playing. So, I'm with you 100%. Love Coach Lynn, great coach, and I think Coach Patterson is going to do a great job.
And
All right. You got one more?
Yes, and with Lincoln Riley, he's had 3 choices of his defensive coordinators. If Gary Patterson doesn't work out, then we have to stop blaming the coordinators.
We're not going to speak. Conrad.
You got to have more hope, bud.
Conrad.
You're too young to be so negative, man.
Conrad.
Hey,
Conrad, let me ask you a question real quick, Conrad. I know school's out. What do you do for the summer?
Just studying film.
I could tell. You studied everything. What else you do? Are you out there playing and stuff, or what are you doing?
Just talking to friends.
Okay. All right, man. Hey, look, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on, Conrad, man. You I think we gotta get you all the way on board this season. Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that fair?
Yep.
I need to send you something too, man. I got all kinds of hats and stuff. What kind of things you like?
Anything really.
Okay. Listen, you're 11, right, or 12?
11.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, man. Hey, well, I appreciate you, Conrad, man. You always come on, man. Thank you. B. Shaw, you had anything else you want to say to Conrad?
Conrad, man, I love it, dude. I love it. Appreciate the passion and sounds like you want to be a coach or something one day. So if that's what you want to do, just keep in that film room, man. Just keep doing what you love, man.
Bye.
All right, man. Stay blessed, Conrad.
Bye.
All right, some call. You guys don't drop. You guys dropped off. Come on back in. I want to ask you this though. Washington game. This is a comment. Okay, he's back. Okay, let me real quick. Hey, hold on for a second, Robert. Washington game. Is that a trap game? The quarterback is incredible. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah.
But do you think that's a?
Washington's a tough game, and talking to some of my sources over there, they
I know your sources.
they prepared for SC, so it's going to be a tough. Plus, they got my boy Tyler Robles, the kicker. So
Tyler, I didn't realize Tyler went over there.
Yeah, he's doing well.
That dude got a boot on his leg. He got a leg.
And I talk to him every day, and he's kind of wired, like us, Jay. So hopefully it don't come down to a game-winning kick because he will hit that on us. But
man, he sure will. I mean, that dude is he got a leg on him.
Yeah, Sairi. It was just kind of crazy how it worked out because Sairi. I mean, didn't he have like one of the best field goal seasons ever for a USC kicker last year?
Man, dude was clutch. He was clutch. I mean, he missed a couple at the end of the season, but he was super clutch.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good game. Washington's it's a tough. I mean, it's every year it just seems to get more competitive across the board. Bigger. I mean, it just feels like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's just week by week.
No doubt. So let me get this other one real quick. Robert.
Man, what's going on, Jay? What's going on, Bryson?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just chilling, man. I just came on here. I seen y'all was live, man. It was just seeing what y'all was talking about.
What you got? What you think? What you think?
Man.
What's the record?
Oh, the record? Man, I've been really thinking about it. I've been debating. My personal opinion, I think Ohio State, I don't think we're on their level yet, in my opinion. I think we could beat Oregon, though. Indiana, we could beat Indiana. I believe every game is winnable on our schedule. I mean, Ohio State is beatable. Any team's beatable.
So you think Ohio State's better than Oregon?
Yeah.
Okay. I know preseason. I think some of them have them as. I think some of them have Oregon a little higher. Some have Oregon all the way up there.
I don't understand why Oregon they get ranked so high in the beginning of the season and then they don't win nothing. They don't.
I'll tell you
they don't do nothing.
With the Oregon game, I will always say that while Dante Moore's there, the key to that is pressure, and get some hits on him.
Man, yeah.
That's the key with Oregon. It's because I think once he gets hit, he gets off his game. Now he could change that, guys develop and stuff, but that was my thing with him.
If our defensive line can get constant pressure, not even a lot of sacks, but just constant pressure, they're gonna dominate. Because I mean, I believe our defense is gonna be one of the fastest. Because we're not because we're gonna be young on defense, so I believe it's gonna be one of the fastest in the Big Ten. They just got to get pressure, and the DBs I feel like are gonna be improved from last year. We had a lot of youngins starting last year. Jakeem Stewart coming back, man. He's gonna be a monster. And then, man, they just got so much young talent, man. Like it's crazy how much talent is coming in.
It's exciting.
It's exciting, but man, my record, I say 11-1.
Hey, that's what I got. 11-1.
I can get down with that.
That's what I got.
11-1, and man, I just gotta say, man, but I used to watch when Bryson Shaw played for USC. Man, my favorite play I think was when against Utah. Was it? I can't remember if it was in the Pac-12 championship. I think you got a fumble, you punched the ball out, or got a pick.
Pac-12 fumble championship. Yeah, I remember that, man.
Bro, when you did that, bro, oh my gosh, I was so hyped, man.
I thought we were going to go on and win that, and then we settled for 3 points off that turnover, and then Caleb pulled a hammy, and then we just fell apart defense. That's the biggest painful loss I think I felt as well.
Man, Robert B. Shaw used to make some plays, man.
I know, man, and then, man, he used to make some plays, and then I guess Arizona in 2022 he got that clutch interception that won us the game.
That was a crazy time too, man. That 2022.
B. Shaw played on some good teams, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that 2020, man, that 2022 team was nasty, bro.
Yeah, 2022. I always tell people that was my favorite, and it's just because it was Coach Riley's first year. It was a bunch of transfers. I think like 60, 50 plus transfers.
Yeah,
it was just everybody coming together. In Pac-12, it was a new experience for me going to these. It was just such a good, fun year. And man, if we should have won that Pac-12 championship.
Man, I know. Well, we shouldn't have lost the first Utah game, but that's a whole nother story.
No, we shouldn't have.
They cheated the crap out of us.
We shouldn't have lost that Tulane game.
Oh my God!
I was at that game. I don't even. I was so mad. I walked out the stadium.
Listen,
I can't even.
We were up 15 with 4 minutes left, and I was like, "Oh, we got this in the bag."
I started walking. Hey, listen, I started walking out the stadium. I started walking out at 4 minutes. I said, "It's over." I said, "I'm gonna beat the traffic." I hear people. I hear the whole stadium just go on. I said, "What's going on?" And somebody turned on Hulu, and I'm looking at. I'm like, "Are we losing?" I was like, "How did this happen?" I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it how it happened. I was just like, "This is crazy."
You're lucky you didn't see how it happened.
and Tajay Spears, oh my gosh, he ate up our defense. Tajay Spears.
I'm not gonna lie though, Tajay Spears, that dude was a real deal.
He's a baller, man.
That guy was watching him on film. That guy was a real deal. I have a freaking scar on my calf from one of his cleats, which is not a good thing. That means I was chasing him. But that dude was a real deal problem for sure.
I remember watching him on film though. I was like, he's a pro. Them uniforms didn't help him though. Like when you look at them ugly uniforms, I used to be like, how can anybody be good? But when I saw him move around, I said, this dude it's go time with him.
Yeah, and they had some good linebackers. They had good players. Tulane actually did have some good players.
They did, man.
They had some good players.
They did.
And then in that 2022 season, that first Utah game, and they cheated us with that roughing the passer call.
That's what I'm talking about. Bro. The first one, yeah.
I was so.
Was that against? Who was that against? Bullet.
Fourth. Was it? Oh no! It was Bullet.
Yeah, it was Bullet.
Yeah. It was like they said roughing the passer, and we're like, and we had got a pick. We had got a pick on that play.
Yeah,
because we were up what 14-0, I think, and we had got a pick.
We got up on them quick both games. I mean, both games kind of went the same way. We got up on them, and the next thing you know, it's just, I mean,
I
can remember moments in both those games where it's like, if we just converted on this or just got that, like a couple, it just really felt like we were close to putting both those away, but nope.
And that man, that Utah
hey, Robert.
tight end, yeah.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I don't want. I know you probably got a lot of people, man.
Go ahead. You good?
I was about to say that.
No. They just dropped off. I gotta.
Oh, okay. But I remember that Utah tight end. I forgot he's on the Bills.
Knox. Was it Dawson? Kincaid.
No, Kincaid.
Yeah, Kincaid.
Oh
bro, he ate USC up, and
oh my God,
they literally were thrown to him every play. And I remember.
How big was that dude, man?
He was big, but I remember the amount of stuff, because I think at the time, I don't even think Kincaid was like considered the guy there at that point. I think it was the other. They had another tight end.
They had another one that got hurt.
Valet or something like that.
He was out against us, like he wasn't playing against.
Yeah, I remember that.
He didn't play like the whole season. He was hurt.
Yeah, and then they got like this kid came in. I mean, to be honest, he didn't really. I mean, he was just sitting in the window the whole game. But anyway, he was like 170. That was bad. I remember that was a bad following week in terms of social media and practice. I mean, that was a horrible following week, but rightfully so.
It's all good, man. We back in business, man. And Robert, what else you got for us?
Man, I'm trying to think, man. I'm really super excited to see how these receivers are gonna play, man. Like KDW and Boobie Feaster, man. I really think they're gonna make big impacts. And Trent Mosley, I really feel like they should have Trent Mosley on returning the punts and kickoff returns. I mean,
I'm sure he
in
probably
in
is.
my opinion, I mean, he's the fastest kid on the team.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, man.
I heard some of those young receivers are some blade. I hear they got some real deal.
I think you're gonna be impressed, B. Shaw, when you see some of these guys, man.
Yeah, I heard they
Yeah.
had real deal blazers at the receiver position.
And I predict my hot take, man. I predict Jaden Maiava 2026 Heisman Trophy winner.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I think it can happen. It's a great possibility. Third
Because
year under Riley.
under Riley, it's like year 2 on. Each of his quarterbacks have won a Heisman Trophy.
No doubt.
So like Caleb in year 2 won it. Jalen Hurts almost won it, but Joe Burrow had that insane year.
Yeah, Burrow
Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, all did 2 or more years. So that's my prediction, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got.
All right, Robert. Hey, man, thank you for calling in, man. And hey, we got 55 days, man. We about to get this thing kicked off.
Yes, sir, man. Fight on.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, fight on. All right. That looks like the last one, but let me get this one in here real. Hey, Patrick, I see you. Look, I don't know if you could scroll down to the link in the chat, and that's how you come in and call in. And all you have to do is click on that, and you could come in. You said you want to know the number. It's no actual number. It's just a link in the chat. Scroll all the way up and click on it. I'll wait on you before we get out of here. All right, B. Shaw, man, that was a pretty fast 56 minutes, man. Man, overall, yeah. The link is in the chat. Somebody else said that. No phone. Okay, I'm just now seeing you guys' comments. All right, B. Shaw, anything, man, you want to? Conrad is prepared. I saw somebody say somebody was feeding Conrad these lines, man.
He was not messing up. When he pops up on the screen next time, I'm going to be nervous.
This dude. I'm gonna have to have a encyclopedia next to me, man. When Conrad calls in, man. Conrad was tripping.
That's impressive though for 11 years old.
Yeah, he's very impressed. He did it last year, man. He's always like that, man. Big shout out to Conrad though. If nobody else is coming in, we're gonna call it a day. I'm trying to wait to see if Patrick can come in. Patrick, all you gotta do is click that link inside the chat on your phone, and sometime you might have to copy and paste it and go and send it directly to your browser because it doesn't work for everybody. So if you want to try that, I'll wait just a second. But we definitely, man, it's good to see B. Shaw back, man. It's been a minute.
I know,
but he's back.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be back, Jay. I mean, I love you obviously, and I love
absolutely, man.
I
love you. I love your whole family, man. Pops is my guy. Mom's is my guy. Love your whole family, man.
Yeah, I need these segments, man. Sometimes the transition. Just sometimes I feel like I'm getting ready to go crazy. So
It's all good. It's all. Hey, we back in business. Hey, we gonna do the preview. We gonna get it kicked off. And hey, man. Hey, I'm glad to have you back, man. I like I said, everybody that's coming in. B. Shaw was out there playing lacrosse, professional lacrosse, but now he's back with us, man. So shout out to him, man. Big time. Big time. So I'm trying to wait, but I don't think Conrad. I mean, I don't think he's coming in because he might be having some trouble. Man, it's just great to see one of the very own USC alum, B. Shaw, on the show. You're the man, B. Shaw. Shout out to you, Half Breed, man. Big shout out to you. USCJ, love the progress you made. I'm in the Midwest, and you keep me connected to my alma mater. Hey, thank you very much. I remember you, man. It looks like you're I think you're a doctor, right? I think I remember you. I hadn't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? And I think you're in Virginia or somewhere. I remember you somewhere, but I hadn't seen you in a long time. How's everything going, though? So, look, we appreciate everybody, man, for tapping in. What kind of last call was almost?
I think that's a mix-up. I think it's a little mix-up.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, B. Shaw, any last thing you want to leave with us, man? Thank you for a great show. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
No, I mean,
any last thing you want to leave with us?
Other than just, like I said earlier, I could feel that nervous excitement energy after the 4th of July, like literally, because I'm always thinking about, what's going on. If I was playing college football right now, what would be going on? And I just remember every 4th of July, it just jumps to a whole nother level. So as a player, I can relax, or as a fan now, I can relax. I'm not a player no more. But as a player, for a fan, it's really exciting, and for a player, it's really exciting. But it's intense. So just wishing all those guys the best of luck as they prepare, and they'll do great. I'm not worried about it. I'm just really excited the season's right around the corner.
Absolutely. Love you as well, Moms. Here's Amy. Amy says, hey, and listen, everybody go, please subscribe. Amy, I got a good one for you. Amy she's interviewed former USC quarterback Max Brown. She's interviewed me. I kind of gave my testimony on there. She's interviewed a lot of players and a lot of people, USC alum. Amy, I got a good one for you. B. Shaw is the one. That's your next. That should be your next one right there. He will give you a phenomenal interview. So link up with me. But she has a great podcast. Secret to Abundance is her podcast, and she has an incredible testimony.
Okay. Awesome.
So you gotta check her out. But if you guys go to my homepage, you will see my interview with her. We kind of collabed on that when she did the interview, and you'll see that logo right there. But Amy, she did my guy Jaywalk too. Marvin Powell III. She did him.
Going?
He's good. He was on here last week. One day last week, he just kind of popped in and popped out when I had Hayden Koo on here, the receiver. But he's doing good. He's very tied up with real estate, but he'll be back 1-2 during the season.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So look, we appreciate everybody for tapping in. Okay, she said she'll be honored.
Oh,
B. Shaw, let's do it. Okay, so I'll definitely I'll exchange all that once we get off. Okay, so I appreciate everybody, man, for tapping in, man. Until later on, B. Shaw.
Thanks,
You left everything. Yeah, he did leave everything on the field, man. B. Shaw was a hitter. He was the man. He was the people's champ. So look, those who coming on late, B. Shaw will be with us during the season, man. So we appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Until later on, listen, everybody stay blessed, man. We are out of here, man. Fight on, fight on, fight on.